Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Community Outbreak. I'm your community manager, Greg Henniger.
I'm Ryan Findell, QA analyst for H1Z1.
And now you're on here all the time. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like
so you're not a special guest anymore. But you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, everybody. Tony Morton, Game Dev Cardo, lead combat and systems designer on H1Z1.
That's right. And boy, do we have quite the show for you today. We have a lot to show off. So we're just going to kind of dive right into it. It's where it's going to touch a lot of different aspects of the game. So we're going to start with the airdrop revamp. I know some of those things have already gone in, like multiple airdrops coming in.
Yeah.
But we have something a little more auditorially.
Yeah, we do. So we're going to switch over to a quick video. And this is...
Amazing.
Yeah. We're just going to let this roll. Hopefully we get enough volume on this.
Such a serene day.
The suspense.
It's beautiful.
It's kind of nice.
Excellent landscape.
Is that a bird I see?
It's like a postcard.
I hear a bird. Wait.
America.
There it is.
All right.
All right.
You want to explain to the fine folks what we just heard and saw?
So for a long time in H1, obviously you guys are aware, it's been the same plane for bombs and for airdrops.
You want to play it again?
Yeah, I can play that again, totally.
We'll see if we can crank some more
I'm
audio.
gonna crank up the volume on
Yeah,
it right now.
because it's significant.
There you go. Yeah, let her rip. That's fun.
All right.
All right. So this is the reason why we did this was so even if you're not looking up or paying attention from an audio cue, you'll be able to tell what the hell is coming at you, which is important. And then the speeds are, the speed of the bombers. It's been tuned. It's been retuned. And this obviously has the fixes that you actually don't die to bombs now, which was intended last time. But
Right.
Sometimes things go rough. But so the new bomber plane is in for the airdrops. The rest of the airdrop revamp made it out last time. So this is just kind of the last little bit we wanted to kind of throw on top of it.
Right.
So this way people can kind of have an idea what's coming without having to look to the sky.
Cool. Sounds good.
And it sounds cool, right?
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to something else that's going to be pretty new for players to see.
Yes.
And
So
we'll get this queued up.
yeah, the other thing that we have been working on for a while is, let me see if I can't set this to repeat.
There you go.
Repeat.
There we go.
There we go.
Yep.
All right, so COD rushing has been a problem in H1 for quite a while, so we wanted to add a very small combat role. This is just the animation frames from it, so timing is still being worked on and all that kind of fun stuff, but this is to stop people from just popping out and COD rushing you. So we have different anims for different seats. So this is the obviously one of the side seats, and then I'll load up the back seat one real quick. And so if you happen to be riding with your feet on the hump, only people of a certain age will understand what I'm talking about. You're actually going to play a different anim as you roll out the back of the car, and then up and go. So the idea behind this is essentially from the dive part to the roll part, you can't shoot. So if you're doing this to somebody, they're going to be able to read where you're going, and then they'll be able to judge and shoot you. And again, this is an effort to stop the COD rush because we know it's been a complaint for ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there were always a lot of suggestions. Well, just do damage when you get out of the car. Do this, do that. And it wasn't very H1-like. It wasn't very, it just didn't feel like it fit the game. So there's no damage associated with this. It is literally a very short, I think between 500 to 800 millisecond
Yeah,
delay.
it's quick.
It's very quick.
For sure.
But the person who's being jumped on has the upper hand, and that's what's important. Now, the person being jumped on, wings their shot, well, then, all gloves are off.
Right.
So,
Right.
So yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and jump in game because we got more to show off there.
You want to start with the caveat of
yes,
how hot this is?
Yeah, this one's coming in hot. So a lot of this is on our internal build, but a lot of this is also going to be going to test. We're going to try and get all of this up on test. Hopefully tonight, if not tonight, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we want to get it in your hands and get your feedback so you can expect a survey and things like that.
Yep.
because a lot of these are some pretty significant changes.
They're huge.
So we definitely want to hear from you guys.
Yep.
But we also want you to get your hands on it first before you just give us your feedback right away, because
totally.
you know, it'll feel different for sure.
Yeah.
So we are going to be adding some things to the Skull Store.
Yeah.
So
we are.
let's see. We'll bring up Ri-Fi's
Got a
computer.
few things set up right here. The biggest one that I've seen a lot of, and one that again I'm very excited for right here, is that red scrubs outfit. That's
Yeah.
I know I've been saving up some skulls for that.
And that's like an entire outfit
That
too.
is the full outfit.
It's the full outfit.
You get all
yeah.
3 pieces for the price. Some of these Skull Store prices are still you know, going to fluctuate and vary as we get them on to test, as we continue to crunch the numbers, things like that. But as you'll see when all of this goes to test, you guys can check it out for yourselves.
Yep.
But we've got some cool new items in there, and in the future we're going to be rolling out items from the Skull Store as we add new ones in.
Yes.
But we'll make sure we let you guys know when those things are going to happen, so that you can get in there and get those items,
Check
so you
them
can
out,
grind for them.
Yep.
So we've also got this guy up here.
Yeah, Tony, you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So Victory Crate, appropriately named. It's been a long time since you guys have all kind of been rewarded for just kind of playing the game. And so happy to announce the fact that match rewards are finally coming back. Win a match, essentially, get a crate. And then beyond that, it would be essentially skull payouts.
Skull payouts.
So we're still figuring out all the details, but you shouldn't just play H1 and attempt just to win a game. You should be rewarded for your time spent, even if you don't get the win. So
yeah.
So we're going to be bringing that stuff back finally.
And as Ri-Fi's showing off here, this crate has an enormous amount of items in it. So you have a chance at getting a lot of really cool stuff. But yeah, like Tony said, match rewards are coming back to H1Z1, and some of these things, you know, we're going to keep an eye on and tune and adjust as necessary, like the skull payouts. And first place, you know, gets the crate. Yeah. So it's that's an exciting bit of news.
Yeah, it'd be good.
There's so many items in this crate.
And as time goes on, we'll continue to add.
Yeah.
To it.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's definitely.
We'll add to it, and we'll.
There's a lot of stuff in there, man.
There's a lot of stuff. All right, perfect. So if you guys want to try and jump into a solos match,
yeah, let's do that.
We have more things to show off. And since we're on our internal,
might take a minute.
Can I share a quick little note for a common thing I'm seeing in the chat?
The voice of God, Sarah Flanagan, everybody.
Come in.
I'm seeing a couple people asking about the participant AR being animated, or requesting that the participant AR being animated. Well, we have heard your requests, and that will indeed be the case. We will be animating the participant AR for the Showdown. However, when it first goes in the game, it'll look like it does now, and we'll be animating it for you after the Showdown.
Right, yes. So to reiterate, when the participants get their AR, it's going to be the version it is right now, while we continue to work on the animated version of that and make sure that one goes out to everybody else. All right, so let's talk about some stuff here over on Tony's screen.
Should we go to the?
Let's go to both screens.
Should we go to the Swift real quick?
Yeah, let's go to Swift. So
let's go to Swift real quick.
We'll pull that up.
All right, so this is a big one. We literally haven't said anything about this.
Are you ready?
At all? Yeah.
I'm excited.
All right.
So here we go. Changing how you spawn into H1Z1. So as you guys know, we've been pushing along for a while at removing a lot of the RNG from the game. The spawn system is still essentially completely RNG, especially when it comes down to competitive. You're not really sure what's going on. So what we're looking at, now there's some big changes here, so bear with me, is the ability, one, to pick your spawn location in the map from the Box of Destiny. As players pick and select different things.
Fort Destiny.
Right.
Thank you, Sarah.
Sorry. In the pit. So as you pick where you're going, other players pick where they're going, you're actually going to get a heat map readout to tell you where everybody's at. So you're going to make more informed decisions.
Right. The darker the color, the more people are going to that location.
Yep. And then as you just saw the little key kind of kick out there on the map as well, just to kind of give people more information. And then the thing that we are going to be A/B testing with this system once it hits test is if we show the first ring at spawn select or not. So when you guys play on test, some matches you're going to get the first ring. It's the same for everybody who's in the box. And then some matches you're not going to get the first ring. And we want to see how player behavior changes through data and analytics to make the decision whether or not we should just show the first ring from the get-go, so you guys can kind of make, you know, the
an informed decision.
An informed decision,
sure.
right? So because when it comes down to competitive as well, there are scenarios that, you know, teams want to play and they want to practice, and let's drop here, let's do that. And this gives everybody the power to kind of recreate that, and it literally gives you full control of your match and how it's going to play out.
Right. And in its current iteration, is there a cap to the number of people that can spawn in one
No.
one square?
No, we intentionally left it uncapped. So, yes, 150 people can go drop on PV. But, and we're going to get to this in a little bit, the new scoring system is probably going to discourage people from doing that quite a bit.
Right. So there's a couple of benefits to this as well. You know, if you want to get in and you want to immediately get into a fight, right, you're going to go into one of those hot zones.
One of the hot zones.
Maybe you have a favorite place that you want to spawn in. You know there's a lot of good loot there. You can go there pretty much every time. It's really opening up the way you play.
Yeah, it's pretty nutty, man. It's you know, the current spawn select or the current spawn system is just random. So let's give people more control and let's let them do what they want to do and play how they want to play, right?
Yeah. All right, so let's jump back in game, show people what it looks like.
Yeah, sounds good.
So since it's just Ri-Fi and Tony in here, you aren't going to see that heat map because it's just two people jumping in.
That's all it's going to be.
Oh, so perfect. So you can see at the bottom of the screen, gas preview, disabled.
Unavailable, yeah.
And I can just kind of select wherever I want to go, and then that's the square that this thing's going to put me in. And then it's got the key that I mentioned. Just kind of gives you the quick readout of what's going on. You have a little bit of info in the bottom right, low, medium, and high pop. Safe zone when it shows, selected, and then obviously unavailable are the outer rings.
Right.
So So essentially, you just kind of select where you want this thing to go, and then you'll go there, which is pretty cool. Now, when we do parachute in, if we want to follow this all the way through, we can do that, or we can back out to head combat zone.
No, let's parachute in.
Don't be alarmed. We made a change to the parachute height data. It was hard-coded. We moved it into data. It has a temporary value, so you're going to see it spawn in much lower, but we're going to be raising that back to what it currently is on live, and then we're going to tune from there. So you're going to see us be lower. That's not the final value. It's just the side effect that we actually made it so it's not hard-coded anymore, and we have control over that now.
Okay, cool. Then let's kick off that match.
All right, sounds good.
And we'll have even more new things to show you guys.
Absolutely.
And like I say, this is all going to go up to the test server soon, and we want your feedback on it, and we want to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah.
You know, as things on the test server go, more tweaks and adjustments can continue to be made, so that's why we have the test server.
It is. Yep.
This next one's huge.
Yep.
All right. Let's. Do you see anything different about the screen?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
No, it all looks exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
All right, so as you might notice, we do have a little mini-map on the bottom right corner.
We do.
Tony, what's that all about?
All right, so mini-map, right? So this comes up pretty frequently, and I'm going to be honest, we were very hesitant actually about putting it in the game. We know players are, you know, we'll just pull up the map and open the map, this and that. But as you guys, I think, a lot of people have seen on social, a lot of things that we've been talking about is, you know, the game is kind of difficult enough for a newer player. There are some things we want to try to do to kind of hold their hand without lowering skill gap, so to speak. So throwing in something like a mini-map will help them. It's got, you know, obviously safe zones around the mini-map, has just your location. Obviously it doesn't show you where enemies are at or anything like that. And if you're out of the safe zone, it'll just give you the simple line and how to get back to the safe zone quickly. So yeah, and
it'll show your teammates' location
teammates
as well.
Will show up
on
it
map.
as well. This is true. Yep, absolutely. And so yeah, so we want to put it in there. If you don't like it, totally fine. You can turn it off. There's an option for that. If you stream and you have your portrait in the bottom right and you want to move it, there's an option for that. And yeah, and so it's a simple addition that we feel will help kind of newer players get their bearings and get to the safe zone in time,
Right.
at which point you can then farm them for kills. So if anything, we're increasing the amount of kills you guys are going to get in the game. So it should be pretty good.
Okay, and yeah, you also might notice that we'll zoom in a little bit here. The HUD on the it's kind of the final pass of the cleanup rebrand, right?
Yes.
So it looks a lot cleaner. What are some benefits that players will get from this?
Yeah, so the HUD in general is just a lot cleaner. The group UI is much easier to read now. It's a lot cleaner as well. A lot of it takes up less space, so it kind of clears up the view. If you notice, I'm not in a group right now, but everything that's like on the horizon line, kind of across the middle of the screen, has been moved up or moved down. And again, that's just to kind of keep the horizon of the game open and free. So it will, just kind of free that up.
Yeah.
And help out quite a bit.
So there are a couple of other gameplay UI updates. Obviously, we just talked about the new HUD update, the mini map, and now you can move normally with the map open.
Yeah.
Because I know that's something that a lot of players have been requesting.
Yep. You obviously can't look around because you have your cursor, but if this way, at least if you're running a straight field and you open your map, you can keep moving, which is good. Same with when you drive a car, you can drive a car.
Right.
Well, with the map open as well, that's been requested forever. So we're happy to see that went in too.
The updated the split stack UI element for ease of use.
Oh yeah, so now you don't need to click on the box anymore. You can just do that and then just type in without actually having to click on anything.
Perfect. And I know there was some ongoing issues. What?
We said it was
14.5.
I can drop 14.5 bullets.
Ha, nice.
I don't know how.
So where are we at currently with the footsteps and the sound effects?
Yes. Yeah. So footsteps. Pretty sure it's in this build. They have had. How do I explain this? So they've had a slight reduction in priority based on distance over gunshots.
Well done with the footsteps, Wi-Fi.
Thank you for that, Wi-Fi. So essentially, what's going to happen is they're gonna maintain priority over distant gunshots. They do drop in priority for up close gunshots, and then we took a pass on the volume levels for all the footsteps again, and where they fall off. So now they shouldn't be super loud. But we haven't had any instances yet in internal testing where we were able to successfully straight just sneak on somebody.
Right.
So it's more of a balance of what's currently live and what was live, I guess, before the audio update. So yeah, so they seem to be working out pretty well. And like I said, the priorities have been readjusted again. The guys, they're doing just a lot of changes. There's so many settings. I mean, everybody thinks it's a footstep volume slider.
Right.
Which just
footstep volume goes
up
yeah,
or down.
Yeah, it goes down a little bit. Yeah.
Because it's it's priority, surface type, indoor, outdoor, all the different combinations, the different shoe types. What do they take precedence over or not take precedence over? It's way more complicated than what you hear in the game.
All right, totally.
Yeah.
So I'm reading in the chat. People are wondering the hotkeys, or not the hotkeys, but that show what guns you have. Was it bringing that up while you go through the selection process, and then it hides it back again?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. Just like it does.
Right on.
Currently.
All right, then I guess we should jump back into the combat zone to show off a few more.
Yeah, we could do that.
A few more things.
Yeah, for sure.
That spot's a little bit nicer. You don't have the gas coming in on you, things like that.
Thanks, bro.
I had to.
Only people heard that too. They didn't even see it. It's just
they just heard me get wrecked.
just a squish.
Yeah. So we'll need to scoring as well. We can't forget about that one.
Yeah.
No,
we're definitely going to talk about the next season's scoring.
Yeah.
After we get out of the combat zone.
Yep. One thing I did want to talk about, because I'm not really sure how much longer it's going to stay on my screen, just in case it goes away, but in the latest update, you guys may be seeing a bunch of debug info in the top left, and a lot of people are like, man, what's on my screen? What's going on? So that is essentially
there you go.
to show us what your killer's ping was. So obviously we get a lot of reports about desync and what's good, what's not good, and how that feels. And so what we want to do is now we have the information when we see a clip to understand what the killer's ping was. Because if your ping is 30 and the killer's ping is like 160, then it gives us insight. But if you guys died of desync and both people's pings at 20, then that's a problem. and we got to figure out what's going on. So this gives us the rest of the picture without us having to have the engineers go in and manually check the logs every time there's a questionable clip that comes in. We're like, well, yep, that guy died behind cover. What's actually going on? This gives us the info we need without actually having to slow down the engineers from what they're currently working on.
Cool.
To get us that kind of stuff.
So I know we made some slight weapon adjustments.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, to the AR-15, the AK-47, the shotgun. We want to run through those.
So the caveat on all these is nothing has changed with the speed and pacing of tapping. I was very stern last time about, we don't want to mess with muscle memory.
Right.
Some of the complaints that we did have with people or see from people was the AR felt clunky. The lack of the ability to spam whatsoever, especially at close range. And the spammability of the AK single shot mode. Okay, so when we look at the guns from a tapping standpoint, like it's the same. Brondad went through to make sure that the frame times and amount they return before you can tap and reset times have all been preserved. But what we did, like for the AR, is we massaged the recoil reset delay and the recoil acceleration values a little bit, just to make it so that it feels smoother. It doesn't feel as clunky as people were kind of saying. But again, it's not the timing; it's the feel of the weapon.
Right.
So we're eager to see how this went. We've been play testing it a ton, and it does feel a lot better to kind of use the gun. It doesn't feel clunky like it does on live because it doesn't feel like it's hanging. But again, from a muscle memory standpoint, it's the same. And then if you spray it, there isn't as much of the horizontal. It's still there because obviously you don't want spraying. But if there's someone up on you, you can get a few shots in them if they kind of come around the corner and surprise you, right? So same goes for the AK. This has so many numbers. Slight increase to, I believe it's horizontal recoil growth. So it starts to kind of go out on a horizontal plane. A little bit more to combat the spam a little bit, and then the vertical and the horizontal.
Yeah, as you're doing this,
I'm pulling down.
You're pulling down.
Has what do you call it? Been brought down just a little bit because it was really ridiculous before. So we're going to see how these feel as far as spammability goes, and then we'll adjust from there. But again, to reiterate, nothing has changed with tapping or muscle memory, which is why we're okay to adjust things.
Right.
We don't want to change muscle memory on people because we keep changing it. So again, if you tap, the weapons are going to work just like they did before, but they do feel smoother on the AR side, and the same with the AK single shot.
Cool.
Last but not least is the shotgun. We saw the complaints about shotgun range. What we didn't want to mess with is shotgun close range lethality. So for this, there's not really a whole lot to show because it's just a shotgun. But we have decreased the damage fall off by a little bit, and then we've actually also decreased the headshot multiplier as well. So I don't know what you.
So I'm at 55 one bleed.
So it's a 2 pump from this distance, right? And then the headshot multiplier was lowered as well. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's just chilling.
He's doing his best.
He's just doing his best. Headshot multiplier was lowered as well, so this should kind of bring the range of the shotgun in slightly without making it feel like a wet noodle when you're up close to somebody.
Speaking of wet noodles, actually not speaking of wet noodles at all, a couple people in the chat were asking whether or not you can zoom in and out on the mini-map.
On the right now, no, you cannot.
Okay.
Yeah, you can zoom in and out on this map, but the mini-map is static at the time being.
Okay, cool.
So that'd be something to provide actually feedback on.
Yeah.
Is the mini-map too close or is it too far away? So.
Also, another thing that I would like to mention, we are currently on an internal build. It is not a build that is ready to go to live. You guys might be seeing a few issues here and there.
Like that backpack?
Like the backpack, just a little bit.
Oh, is your backpack wigging out?
It's just, I mean, yeah.
A little bit.
But yeah, just to reiterate to everybody, we are going to try and get all of this onto the test server and into your hands soon. It might happen today, but if it's not going to happen today, it'll happen tomorrow and on down the line until we can get it in your hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're making some what we think are great changes here, but we want you guys to be able to feel them first, and then give us your feedback because. Taking that in-game survey is very valuable and provides the development team a lot of direct information as opposed to a one-off tweet or potentially even a Reddit thread or things like that.
Right.
The survey data is incredibly valuable for us.
We definitely go through it. And the thing that's powerful about it is even with all the comments, we can create things like word clouds and whatnot from it, and then we can look at all the top things that come kind of from everybody at a glance, as well as kind of going through them. The other thing I did want to talk about, crouch on this build is significantly faster than it was, so we've increased the speed of crouch.
Okay.
And we've also changed kind of how crouch fatigue gets in the way. It'll no longer lock you in on the slow movement as long as you go to uncrouch, so it should get in the way a lot less. It's also a little bit more forgiving in the fatigue system. I know we had a lot of feedback on like, hey, only crouch fatigue if you go ADS. That required engineering time and the ability to kind of restructure the system. We had a lot of designer time, and so on the designer side we took a pass, so you guys should be able to kind of get down behind cover a lot quicker now than what's currently on live. So it should help you guys kind of get out of the way. So we heard the feedback on crouch. I know everybody asked about more responsive jumps as well. Upon diving into the jump system, I found out that it was all animation driven, which makes it much more difficult to go through and just make it faster and more responsive. So we're currently doing the work aside to kind of restructure that system so we can do what we want to, which is bring back a jump without this really long delay in between jumping, because it feels kind of like butt.
Okay, cool.
So,
do we want? We can probably show off some of that vehicle rollout evasion.
Ooh,
yeah,
that we could. All right, since you're on that screen, I can just.
If you want to bring one of those in.
Do one of those. Let's do. These.
So now the caveat to this, guys, is one, we're still working on the bailout segment of the animation. We're still working on the roll to stand up. As we mentioned at the beginning of this outbreak, this stuff is coming in about as hot as possible. And so we're still working on this. So this is work in progress.
Yeah, think of it more of a proof of concept.
Exactly. And then he stands up and he's kind of good to go. So as you could see on his end, or on my end, it's still very, very quick. But in the event that I don't potato with the shotgun, if he's coming right at me and he pops out, I should be able to get him.
You want to do that? You want to see where this goes?
I'm gonna potato like crazy.
I don't have a shotgun, so
it's fine. You're still gonna get me.
We'll see. We'll see.
Waving at him.
Yeah, right. See, I potato, and he killed me anyway because I'm terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's the high-speed vehicle exit. Like I said, it is in. We're still working on it. This build is probably one of the hottest builds I think we've ever gotten together.
I'd probably say so. I'd agree with you on that.
With the amount of content that we got coming into this thing.
Yeah, there's just a lot of big stuff that we want to get your guys' feedback on and get into your hands as well. So, like I like to say, it's going to be on the test server as soon as we can get it up there.
See, that was moving too slow. Yeah.
Yeah. So, is there a threshold as to when it pops in? And
we went super simple. If the needle is past the halfway point, you fly out. You do the roll. If it's below, then you don't, essentially, is the tuning that we're aiming for it. Which should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. I wonder if, did this get turned on? Hey, there we go.
There it is.
I know people were asking about that. There
the old roll and shoot.
Roll and shoot. Someone was asking for rolling and shooting. Around a mouse pad. There you guys go. What else do we have?
I think one of the last bits of information is next season's scoring, and how we're going to make some changes there.
Some?
Yes.
Yeah, some changes.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go through these real quick. Make sure there's nothing else that I wanted to cover.
Yeah, I think we ran through.
I think we hit a lot of it.
I know a lot of people probably came in like halfway through or very recently, so you're definitely going to want to go back and rewatch the beginning part of this show. I'm sure things are already going up on Reddit, so you can probably find some clips there as well.
For sure. Oh, so a few things I did want to touch on while we're in here, and then we'll go over scoring for sure. So you guys have been saying it for a while. Missed shots that show blood splatter but don't actually do any damage.
Right.
It's been fixed.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. We have this huge list of bug fixes.
Bug list. Yeah, I just want to get to some of the combat stuff. Well, I guess we can save this list for the end, right? Let's save the list for the end.
Okay.
There's some good stuff.
Do you want to give a little bit of a example and demonstration about shooting over objects such as like the cop car?
So we got some changes to on test. Actually, crap, that stuff is live now. And for the head glitch.
Yeah, a lot of this just went live in today's game update, right?
It did. It went live this morning. And so as you can see now, I can't. When I go to shoot over the cop car, I'm railing the cop car light. I know a lot of the feedback was just yank the light
siren,
bar,
yeah.
you know, and that is on the list to do anyway, just due to visibility. But there were a lot of other places in the game you could do it. Dumpsters.
Dumpsters are a big one.
Good example of it. So, you know, when I'm over here aiming and Ri-Fi stands over here in front of me, currently I would be, I used to be able to go ahead and peg him even though he can't see anything but my forehead. And so that's why we decided to take the stance to go ahead and just do this on a more holistic level and try to get the fix in. I know we saw the hay bale video.
Right.
I don't know if you guys saw that one.
The infamous hay bale video.
That was very well done. And the ending, I give credit to who came up with that one. That was good. But and it's you know, the issue is that it's a side effect. But yeah, the guns are buried in the hay bale, so well you're 2 feet from each other. You can't shoot. It would be no different than me heading over to a wall that's at my, you know, above my head and then just shooting, even though I can see the other guy's top of his head, right? And so that's why we kind of had to do it. So we're gonna keep a close eye on this and see how it works, see how it feels, see if we went too aggressive, see if we didn't go aggressive enough.
Right. Yeah. These are tunable.
They are tunables.
Tunable changes here.
But we did want to get it in because we know that head glitching has been an issue, and it's a very frequent and common complaint.
Yep.
And so we'll see how this goes, and we'll make adjustments as need be.
Sure.
For sure.
All right. Let's. You ready to talk scoring?
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to show in combat zone?
No. I think I saw someone ask if you turn the minimap off. You most certainly can turn the minimap off. So
yes.
if you don't like it, you can nuke it.
Toggleable.
Yep. It is toggleable. Because if there's one thing that we like,
toggleable.
it's options.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, speaking of options.
Oh, yeah.
Those were cleaned up a little bit.
They were cleaned up. So now
this
when
might
you
not be as sexy as some of the other stuff, but I think it's cool.
Yeah, so we've kind of restructured all the options menus, so now everything is like environment objects, light and shadow. They're all kind of categorized a little bit better, so they're, you know, people can find them easier. I think key binding stayed. They got reorganized a little bit, possibly, if I remember correctly, on most important stuff up top. And then for audio, game sounds, voice chat, just a little bit of cleanup. There were like literally a billion options in there, and we wanted to go ahead and take care of that stuff. So yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else?
Let's see. We'll do the weapon
oh,
adjustments.
Yes, there are some other changes. Let me see if it's on this build when I go to do this. I looked at the wrong thing. I was looking at my ammo, not my health. I am washed. And yep, sure is. So we heard the feedback on adding instant heals. So full instant heals aren't really something that we want to add because it can get irritating when you take someone's helmet off, they put on a med kit, and then they're back to whatever. So we're going to try the current change, which is the bandages give you a very small 2-tick right up front, and then the rest of the 8 over time. And med kits give you 8 up front with the other 52 over time. You can apply over. One of the other reasons why we couldn't and we didn't want to go super heavy on upfront heals was due to gas camping. And once we start playing with that too much, then we start messing with gas camping, which means we need to retune the entire gas setup. And as you can tell, there's so much content going to this anyway.
Yeah.
We didn't need more things to chase down.
Yeah. A lot of variables going in.
There are a lot of variables for sure.
So it's going to be vital. Your feedback will be vital as we move forward.
Yep. Let's see.
We could probably run through some of the bug fixes since we might encounter them here.
Yeah.
And again, guys, I keep seeing the same thing. Yes, the backpack is going through a couple issues right now because we are on an internal build, and this is a very, very hot build. So
that is a super rare backpack.
It's it's actually a satchel skin.
Yeah.
See how it's all wrapped up like that?
So the reason why that's wigging out, and you're like, why did you change backpacks? If you guys remember with the military, like the classic tan, it jiggled with your butt. Remember that? Once you see it, you can never unsee it.
Right.
So what the animators did was just added a dynamic bone to the backpack so it animates separately from the body. Unfortunately, it came with that side effect, and they're working on just ironing that right out.
Yeah.
Ironing
that right out.
Words. They're difficult.
Loot.
So we got a new tool that lets us put an output dump of every building in the game. So I can say, finally, that the output says all the buildings are tagged correctly. Thank God for that one. You have no idea how hard it is to actually go through all of Z2 and hit every building and every campsite to make sure they're all tagged exactly. I know it sounds crazy, but it's time consuming.
It takes a minute.
Yeah. So that's good. So loot.
Places,
good.
places with loot or that didn't have loot before should have loot.
And it has the right loot versus the 27 helmets you guys found. And
yeah.
I applaud whoever actually went through there, by the way. And
you took some time.
That was
It's impressive.
It was impressive. Definitely gave me something to show the guys and be like, I think this is broken. The blood splats that we mentioned are fixed, so you'll no longer you see the bullet kind of come in and hit you, and you don't take any damage. That's been taken care of. Does this have speed tree 7.0 in? So we fixed the tree quality and floor settings finally, but on top of that, we have changed out to speed tree is essentially a tool that puts trees in the world quickly. I know.
Right? It's very on the nose.
However, with the latest speed tree 7.0, it gave us one, depending on how you're looking at it, but slightly lighter trees, which should help visibility and when players are kind of sitting up against them, which will help quite a bit. Two, more importantly, we're seeing significant performance gains from it. So we're still waiting to get back solid numbers, but
so far it's looking good.
So far it's looking really good.
Yeah.
Which is good. So we're going to see how those kind of go. But yeah, so the trees are just a little bit brighter, so it helps to see another player kind of pop against them.
Right, and this is also going to help oh, look, there's Wi-Fi right in front of that tree.
Right in front of the tree, right.
This is also going to help that occasional bug where somebody might appear
on the wrong side,
of the tree. Yep, so we should have that fixed.
We're not going to talk about that.
Let's see. Breaking a helmet with AR and M9 now always causes bleed? Is that the case?
So we fixed this issue.
Uh-huh.
And then we decided to change how it works.
Right.
Because that's what we do. So popping a helmet, causing the one bleed. I have no more helmets. Or an armor and causing a single bleed or doing a single damage didn't feel very clean. It just felt kind of clunky. So now when you pop a helmet, you're going to do the damage you're supposed to, but you're not actually going to place a bleed on somebody. When you pop an armor on somebody, it's going to break the armor. It's not going to take them to 99 health anymore because it was pretty much pointless anyway, and it's not going to pop the one bleed on there anyway.
Right.
It's just so basically armors and helmets now, they just kind of soak the shot, except for the helmets with the pass-through 35 damage on the AK AR. Just to kind of clean that system up a little bit because it was just kind of obtuse. And we looked at it, we're like, why one damage? Like, what the hell is the point? There's no point. Just clean it up. So
right.
Those changes kind of came to that, and it seems small, but it makes a pretty big difference in combat.
Right.
Because now you're not just bothered by a one-tick bleed that's just kind of irritating you, because it wasn't really effectful. So there's that.
Let's see, Wi-Fi. Do you want to go back to the Skull store?
Oh, absolutely. We can definitely show that off.
We're getting some requests in chat for people who missed it earlier.
Show some of that stuff off.
Yeah, and we'll also reiterate that a reward system is coming back to H1Z1. If you get first place, we have a very special crate that only first place people will get in that match. You can also purchase it from the Skull store itself. Prices are still kind of fluctuating. We're going to see what works and what doesn't. But yeah, let's go to Wi-Fi's screen. So that's that victory crate you're going to see. But players also, in the top 10 will get a skull payout, or how far down does that go?
I'm not sure how far it's going now, but I know there's going to be rewards for more than just the first person. We're ironing out those details right now.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's some of those items that you'll see in the skull store.
We can show off that victory crate in just a minute.
Yeah, that red Scrubs outfit is the entire outfit, not just one piece or the other.
Right.
Yes.
That Rasta sniper rifle is pretty awesome.
Oh, it's incredibly vibrant.
Yeah, we might retouch on that again.
I can leave this up if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, bring that up full screen.
Okay.
So if you guys missed it really early on in the show, we showed off the ability to select where you come in.
Yeah, I think Castoro's dubbed this tactical deployment.
Tactical deployment, yes.
We will see if we roll with that name. We're looking to change the name, so it may come in as tactical deployment. He's very happy about that name.
He is.
He
loves it.
He likes it. So essentially what's going to happen is you guys, when you load in the box, you're going to hit the map. Open up the map. You are going to see the first ring or not. We're going to do A/B testing to see how much users kind of screw themselves when they don't know where the gas is going to be and they happen to pick in the wrong corner. Can they get to where they need to go?
And that's going to be for everyone in your match. It's one
warning
or
map
the other.
will have one or
So
the other.
there's
It's not gonna
no
be some people are not.
unfairness there.
Exactly. And then
Sarah, you had a question?
Yeah, quick question. People are asking if the victory crate and the rewards were only for solos or if they were for solos, duos, and fives.
Looking at you, Tony.
I can't use profanity, but I'm guessing I better not say anything.
More info on
More
that
info
later.
later.
Yes, we want to make sure what we're saying is correct. So
I know what I would like, but I'm not really sure.
yeah, we'll
that's
verify that with the
on
team.
Point. We'll find out. We'll get you the info soon, though.
Yeah, and the during the showdown, we have the showdown coming up
Crimsonverse
next week.
said all of them in the chat.
Crimsonverse said all of them.
So he
Okay.
says all of them.
Coming in.
We
So
got-
all modes will
got
reward
Dev in the
crates for
chat.
win.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay, perfect. There you
Told
go.
you we get that info soon.
Crimsonverse. He's got the
It's the
he's got the
official
deets.
word, yes.
So we also have the
Thanks, bro.
showdown coming up next week, and we're going to have more stuff to talk about during those streams as well. So make sure
Yes.
you tune in to the H1Z1 2018 showdown. But back to Spawn Select.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Tactical deploy.
tactical deployment.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and check out how this works and how this plays out. And essentially, it works just like you guys are seeing. You'll select where you want to spawn. You're going to spawn inside of that grid. It'll give you a heat map of how many people are spawning there, approximately between, obviously no map, yellow and red for the different pop thresholds.
The darker, the much more people. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The quadrants are not locked. If 150 select PV, hold on to your butts. That's gonna be nutty.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna see how this goes. The main reason why we changed this was to remove the RNG from the spawn, give you guys complete control of what you how you want to do, where you want to play, give you an informed decision, and let you guys kind of play the game how you want to play it.
Yeah, like let's say there's you love Henniger Plaza for some reason. And you want to drop into Henniger Plaza
Maybe
every
then.
time,
Absolutely.
then you have you have that agency.
Players are also asking what happens if you don't select a spot.
Good question.
It is a good one. So there is a default spot that is selected for you.
In a similar way to when we didn't have this selection.
Yeah, it kind of uses the old system based on where the ring is at and kind of favors it so it doesn't totally screw you. So if you don't select a spot, you're just going to go where you're at. And then when you're in duos and fives, your team leader will be the one that selects the spawn for you. And it'll give you a prompt and let you know what was selected for that as well. So either way, it's no longer random. You have complete control. And it should be pretty interesting to kind of see how this plays out. Because we see a lot of people like, oh, man, I got a bad spawn. Well, that won't happen anymore because you can pick whatever spawn you want. And
Yeah.
You get a bad spawn, it's on you.
it's on you.
And if you're in a team, it's the team leader
Yes.
that picks the spawn location,
Correct.
and everybody goes in together.
Goes in together.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
All right, so once again, this is going to come with, a survey, things like that. We want your guys' feedback on it, but we want to make sure you get your hands on it first.
Yep.
So that feedback comes from an educated, hands-on place.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What next? I just want to make sure we covered a lot of that stuff. Let's see. We could play the airdrop.
We could.
The airdrop bomber coming in again.
I'm going to grab scoring real quick as well.
You're going to grab some scoring? Okay.
Yeah.
So if you guys missed the beginning of the show, we replaced the bomber with a jet with some badass new sounds. So you are definitely going to hear this thing fly over, and you're going to know that the bombs are coming for you. Speaking of bombs, we had a change to remind me here, Tony, to bombs dropping
yes.
in the
Thank you.
top?
So bombs already stop at 20 remain.
Okay.
Now, reminder on this. If a bomber plane has spawned and it goes from 20 to 10 in like 2 seconds, that plane is still coming.
Right.
We're not going to despawn it midair. However,
Can't call it off.
Can't cut it off, right? No calling that bad boy off. However, we did make the change where bombs will no longer drop past the third gas phase.
Okay,
So
so
we
that's
did see a lot of that feedback.
so
I
it's
saw-
whatever comes
right.
first kind of thing?
Yeah, I saw a tweet came at me, which was the ring, and it was literally like 95% bombs, and I went, holy crap, yeah, it's horrible, because it was a scrim, and a lot of people survived because,
Right, yeah.
That's how you play those. So third gas ring, after that, bombs will stop falling, and then the update already went out where they no longer one-shot you if you're full health, no longer one-shot your car if it's high health, and then the new plane, which we'll play right now, and the new audio, there's no mistaking that this thing is coming in to kill you. Well, I guess not kill you, damage you.
right.
Merc.
Aside from the bombs, that sounds like the old building.
Yeah,
we were
right
at.
next to the Air Force Base.
Yeah, that's right.
That's true. That's true. All right, so
Let's talk scoring.
Yes, Chad is excited for scoring.
all right, so this is
Got it.
Sorry.
I'm excited for it.
this is a big one.
Wow. Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
This is more.
What?
All right, it's-
which one am I looking for here?
Well, it's on you now.
There we go. Oh, hello. Okay, so current scoring in H1Z1 has been designed to drive players to literally insanity.
Oh.
Because every game has to be the perfect game, and unless it's a 30 bomb, it doesn't matter. So, honestly, that sucks. I mean, there's just no other way to call it, right? It's terrible for long-term engagement, and it's just not good for your player base because, like, we looked at the data of, like, average ranking for a lot of our amazing players. The average place they finished is 74th,
Right.
which tells us that they're literally going in and just grinding themselves to a pulp.
And what you're looking at here is a mock-up.
This is just
Right.
a mock-up.
Yeah.
The values aren't final. This is literally a mock-up, so I can kind of talk to it and give you guys some insight on what you're seeing.
Yeah, and some of the text on here is
That 33,
this is
33
not final as
kills,
well,
third
so-
place.
Yeah, 28 kill 4th place, 20 kill in 18th. This person's a god, but
Yeah.
they've
and
never
it-
won a game.
Yeah, and it says season 1, but that's actually just the next season
next
that's coming
season.
in. This
Exactly.
is a mock-up.
So the thing with this is we're going to be taking your base top 10 score
Mm-hmm.
as the guts of your equation. Okay, so your base top 10 score, and then we're going to be applying a modifier of that of your placement, and a modifier of that of your kills, and essentially how much we want to weight placement and kills will depend, and where you rank based on your top 10 score.
Right.
So it gives a player 3 things to kind of chase. I can either do better in my top 10.
Mm-hmm.
I can either do better with my placement, my average placement, or I can go for better average kills.
Right.
And then to help people kind of understand this is you can click on the more info button in game, and it'll kind of give you a little flip, a breakdown. It gives you all of the info on your rewards and whatnot, and where that goes, and kind of where all this stuff kind of comes from. So yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, you have
That's it.
more than just go for a super high kill
Yeah, you do.
game.
Yeah.
And you had an interesting stat where, like, some of our best players were getting super high kills, but, you know, they'd be ranked 75th. Or
Yeah, no, they
something like
totally
that.
would.
Yeah,
And it
that's
was
kind
just
of their
like- it was-
average placement.
It was 75th with like 2 kills a game or something crazy when you look at, and it was people who had more than I think 1,000 games played. One of the best players that we saw in that we're calling him out on stream here was Shurima Wizard,
Yeah.
who came in with an average rank of I believe the high 40s
Mm-hmm.
with about 5 kills per game. You saw the whole graph of all the top end players, and then he was just. It was crazy. It was interesting to see, and so it was just the different play styles, and this is going to change a lot. And again, everything on this screen is literally debug placeholder.
Yeah.
And we just because we wanted to get something to give you guys kind of a visual guide to kind of show what's going on.
Yeah. What's going to eventually look like. But
Exactly. Because if I were just to talk about this stuff, you'd have no context.
Yeah.
So and then the consistency.
this is a mock-up, everybody.
Yeah, no, it's just a mock-up. So the consistency-based scoring though will allow you to derank.
Mm-hmm.
Because if your average placement falls, then you're going to go down in rank. The reward given, however, will be based on your highest rank. So as long as you get to a certain point, then that's it. So that's what we got for scoring.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, yeah, we are interested to hear your feedback on that once we get that in your hands as well. What we just showed you guys was a mock-up, so it had some placeholder text, some placeholder images, and things like that.
Yeah, it was literally a visual representation of what we got cracking.
Yeah, so for those of you who are joining us very recently, we showed off a lot of stuff from the beginning of the show up until right now. So make sure you go back and rewatch the show because for right now, I think that's it for you, Tony. We're going to bring Sarah back up and keep Community Outbreak going.
Me?
Sounds good.
Yeah, you,
All right.
Sarah.
All right.
So
Thanks,
you're going to
everybody.
go get back to work because we're going to try and get this onto the test server as soon as we can because
We've
we
got
really want your
a
guys'
lot of work.
feedback on all of this different stuff, the new changes, things like that.
Yep.
All right.
All right, cool. Thanks, everybody.
Say adios.
All right, I'm toggling all of our Our names. Wait,
Oh,
which do you want me on the right? Oh, no.
No, I'll move over here.
Got it.
And then we'll do.
I did it. There we go.
All
I'm
right.
coming.
Here comes the shuffle. So yeah, we're gonna. Do you want to jump onto live, play some games with the folks?
I'm good with that.
And then we'll do a dealer steal. Ri-Fi's got a very important announcement.
That's true.
And that'll be it for Community Outbreak today.
Absolutely.
Hope you guys enjoyed what you saw.
Let's get some games in.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward
Let's
to
play
right
some
now.
games. Let's play some games.
Where did Ri-Fi get that hat? Ri-Fi got that hat back, let's see. I want to say it was before the game split. I think
That
it was,
hat?
Yeah.
Was it the flat bill? I know
Yeah.
we had the curve, which was like the dev hat.
The curved dev hat came out, I think, before it hit Steam.
Yeah.
But
then
I think this one came out just shortly after that.
Right, and we certainly don't have any more of those
No,
right now.
no, we do not.
Oh, someone's like, big announcement. Ri-Fi's pregnant.
Yeah. I'm so happy for you, Ri-Fi.
Yes.
I'm going to log myself in on Steam.
All right.
Do we want to go on? Well, we can't go on to test because none of that stuff's on there right now. So we'll go live.
Cool. I
Do
think
it
there's
So let's see which server would you
I
like
think
to-
Swagnum is open this weekend. If
Yeah,
you
we
wanted
can
to
check
get
that
into
out.
some Swagnum
Ri-Fi,
We
you're in. I need to take some time because we were logged in with Tony's information.
Ah, okay.
So I need to get
We need-
myself back in here.
I need to check which region is currently up. I think at 4 p.m. Usually it starts on NA. So
that's what, 2 minutes
2
from now?
minutes from now.
Go, you
Let's
got
see.
it.
Yeah. Special
GG.
event, Swagnum. Let's go.
Didn't
I
there
made
used
it.
to be
Is
a
that
mouse
your
and keyboard
audio?
here?
Yeah.
I
There was a
believe
mouse
there
and
was a mouse and
keyboard.
keyboard.
Yeah, where did
Somebody
it
just
go?
walked off with a mouse and
I
keyboard.
need them.
I'm moving this.
I can't
just
do
gone.
anything.
Gone
Oh,
forever.
I found it.
Ah, okay. Well, that was the shortest forever I've
Crisis
ever seen.
averted.
Crisis averted.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'll put that over here.
I'm a mess.
It's all right. It's Friday.
mouse?
It's Friday.
Read and
we're,
chat,
we're-
everybody.
We're getting ready for the
Sweet.
weekend. All right, I'll jump into live as well.
I've got paper so I can write down winner names.
Yeah, because we're going to do some dealer steal
Yeah.
a little bit
Okay.
later.
Please bear with me.
All right.
Earlier this week, I changed my DPI from 800 to 400. I
Oh.
finally
Oh,
made the
Ri-Fi
switch. Finally learning how to play.
He made it into the match.
And it's just, I've heard that it takes about a couple weeks to really get used to it.
The
so,
DPI jump?
Yeah, the drop.
Or you dropped it,
Massive,
yeah.
Massive drop, yeah. Oh, goodness. Oh, everybody's
We are going to need to turn down that game audio.
a little
for
bit.
Sure.
A little bit. Nobody's over here to do that, though.
RIP earphone users.
Yep.
Earphone. Yeah, that's the right word, right?
Earphones.
Yikes.
Headphones.
Okay.
Headphone, that's what I was looking for.
That works too. Yeah. Oh, I cranked
just
up
gonna-
all the
we're
PC
gonna do it
audio
on
to
this
hear
end
the
then.
plane because the plane video
Oh, yeah.
is so quiet. So sorry that you have to change your settings. I can go back over there and turn it down.
I'll just run. Is this okay, guys?
That's
Please.
still really
That's
loud.
still
That is
super
that
loud,
is
yeah.
super loud.
Let's take it out.
Keep hitting gameplay.
Big announcement. He changed DPI.
Yeah, that was not. My audio is probably really loud
I like
too.
that.
Let me bring that down.
So there is no prize for killing them.
We're just out here to have a good time, and a lot of you guys are just out here. Hey, Greg's in.
I made it.
Yeah.
Greg made it,
All right,
everybody.
you got it.
Yeah.
Is that
Thanks.
still
The
really
stream
loud?
deck is so quick, right? I'm just pushing all the buttons.
Pushing all the buttons. Thank you again to Elgato for providing us with this BA stream
Provided?
deck. Yeah, we got it. We got it from them.
Just blew Ri-Fi's mind.
Yep. Sweet.
Hat
If you don't
clean
have
off.
one, we strongly recommend it
It's
if you
amazing.
stream. They're amazing.
I went and bought one for testing. There were a few streamers that were having issues with their stream setup while playing H1. So I said, hey, those are pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and buy one for testing. So I went ahead, bought one. Turned out to be super cool. It fixed those problems, and here we are. We're
Nice.
using them on Community Outbreak.
Someone says, love the new update. When will the Scroll Store update? It will be alongside that update, and that won't happen until after the Royalty Showdown.
We'll just
No
leave them over there.
hosted community Outbreak games today. We didn't get them quite set up yet, but we do still have that hosted games planned, and we'll let you guys know how to get in those.
Yeah, that's
We do
right.
set them up.
Community Outbreak hosted games is going to be a thing, and hopefully it'll be a thing next week. We just wanted.
Uncle Sinister, we did show off the first place crate. We showed off the items in the victory crate twice, and in fact, after the stream ends, we'll post the VOD as well, so you can go back and take a look at them.
Yep. Yeah, we basically split this episode of Community Outbreak right down the middle,
Yes.
whereas the first half we had Game Dev Cardo, Tony up here, Tony Morton, showing off the metric shiz ton
Just
of
an absolute ton
of things that are
Shiz
going to be
ton.
coming to the test server. We want to make sure we get you guys in there as soon as we can so we can get your feedback. And now we're having a pretty standard rest of the Community Outbreak. We're going to do some dealer steal a little bit later.
Yeah.
And I cannot stress this enough. The build that is going up from our internal branch to test, we're trying to fast track it to test as much as possible, which means it's going to be a hot build, which means there may be a few more issues on that one, but we want to get it in your hands as soon as possible so that we can get some excellent feedback regarding those changes that are going up to test.
That's
Greg,
correct.
I know you're a high DPI gamer, so do you mind if I put my drink on your mouse pad?
Hey, it's all.
Because you're never going to hit it.
I will probably never hit
All right,
that.
perfect. I say this, and there will be LaCroix everywhere. on the
I'm
desk
also
by the end of
probably
the
like.
show.
You want to explain to everybody who might not know what Swagnum Opus is, Wi-Fi? What
Oh,
the rule
goodness.
set is here?
All right, so the rule set. You can see a lot of us running around with these super cool looking golden magnums with that nice clean handle there.
Who did this? They only put one of them up.
What a monster!
What a monster.
Oh my goodness!
Jeez.
So you spawn with one Swagnum bullet. So that one Swagnum bullet is a one-hit kill anywhere you hit somebody. So that's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
So you only spawn with one of those. As the match progresses, it progresses a usual BR, but it's nighttime, and the gas phase has already begun.
So for those of you in the chat asking about the Showdown takes place next week, Wednesday through Friday, our time.
Yeah.
Wednesday
So
through Saturday
no
for
Community
some
Outbreak
others.
next week.
Yeah, it'll be
because we
Showdowns
were gonna
instead.
have the Showdown.
Yes. Kicking off on Wednesday, we have the EU and South. I'm going to pull it up. Look at me. I can't remember off the top of my head. Hold on. h1c1.com/showdown.
I brought everything down way too far.
So day one on Wednesday, we've got the Europe and South America showdowns. On day two, Thursday, we have the North
It's on
America
the helmet.
showdown, and day
Oh,
three
no.
have the Australian APAC showdowns.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I hope you guys tune in. I know a lot of people were grinding, trying to get into that top
absolutely.
75. So it should be super exciting.
Okay.
Oh, Wi-Fi.
Perfect grenade.
I
shot
think
in
it's
there.
someone who was waving at you there.
Yeah, just maybe.
Someone
Just
who,
maybe.
who knew who
So
you
we'll
were.
go to Gold Greg, who has found his ATV.
Gold Greg.
Let's see
Look
where
at
I
that
am.
beautiful sunset.
Yeah, I'm
Absolute
just
So
gonna,
warrior.
romantic.
I'm taking the view.
If you didn't spend Valentine's Day playing H1Z1,
You
spend
can
the
spend it
weekend
in
doing
game
yes.
with your significant
With
other.
your significant other, whoever they happen to be.
Not of this
Yeah.
mode, though, because this mode is solos.
Man,
Teams,
woman,
man.
or hand.
Mm.
I'm gonna let that one go for the chat.
Chat
What
just
is
went,
the
huh?
golden AK for? The golden AK is for the winner of the showdown in each region. So the winner in every single region can choose to get the AK, and then the NA showdown, specifically the North America one, they can choose to either get the gold AK or they can choose to have a trip to the Pro League. It's a some expense paid trip. We'll play for your hotel, your travel, and we'll give you a stipend to spend, or you can get that golden AK that is tradable.
Yes.
For the NA one.
All right, so yeah, like Wi-Fi was saying, there are multiple airdrops that are going to come in, as you can see on my screen here. They're all dropping in, and then they're going to have that gold beam go up, and it's going to show everybody where those airdrops are, and that is the only way, outside of killing somebody who hasn't taken their first shot, that you're going to get more of these Swagnum rounds, because it is a one-shot kill.
The big thing, too, is for me, the first few times I played this game, since you start with that Magnum, and I'm just so, or the Swagnum, excuse me.
Yes.
It's like,
I'm just so not used to that.
oh.
I'll land on the top of roofs, and I'll be like, all right, time to punch this rooftop. Blam!
Well, there went my bullet.
There goes my one
there goes
bullet.
my one chance.
All right, I probably don't want to drive right into the middle of PV.
Yes, the gold AK is tradable. Someone is asking when will preseason 8 start. Preseason 8 will never start.
Yeah.
Because if
So
you
it's
noticed
the-
a little bit earlier, something on test, they are no longer preseasons after this point. It said season 1.
Yeah. So next
With the next update,
the
major
next
update that
season,
has all the stuff.
we'll have those scoring changes that we talked about a little bit earlier. Oh, here we go. Oh, did he take the guy out?
Well, the other
there it
guns.
goes.
Oh, ho, ho! Look at me!
You got one! Oh,
Look at
it's
me,
Jordan! You
bro.
killed Jordan!
Sorry, Jordan.
Aw.
Do you have any swagnum rounds?
All
Oh
right.
Lord, you don't.
He's just.
Jordan says, I got bodied. So sad.
Yes!
Yes!
Did you even ADS for that, or you're just like walking down the street, just like you
I know what
know?
you're talking about. It's all cool. Yo, oh, there's somebody right there. Oh shoot!
You
I
didn't-
forgot about
you
the
didn't pick up
crossbow.
a single-
Oh no!
Oh no, you're out of.
Hup.
Punch someone to death. Go,
It's
go.
Gold Greg, everybody.
No, I
no.
oh!
Go loot him.
Good Lord!
Oh no.
Ah!
Someone was asking, will the gun skins be animated? So the participant AR, we heard your feedback. We're going to take that and we are going to animate that skin, but it will not be animated until after the showdown. So it'll be granted to the participants before that point. You'll have it as it stands right now, and then we'll go back in and animate it for you after that.
Oh no! Do I have any? I don't have any arrows.
Just go back and tab loot.
Yeah, there's a lot of people around here now.
They know where
I'm
you're
going back. I know
No.
someone keeps trying to give me his ATV. I don't want it.
No
I don't
teaming.
need it.
Ah!
I don't need it.
Look at me try to eat-ass like a
Oh,
fool.
it-
Oh!
Woo!
I was a pro dodgeball player back in high school.
There's someone else. Oh,
They're
I
trying
hope
to take
he's
each
not
other
just
out.
defending you.
No, I need to get
Oh!
that. Ah! I can't see. Oh no! Wait!
Woo!
Wait!
Keep
Where?
moving,
There they are!
Greg.
There they are! Got
Keep
it!
moving.
Got it!
You got
Woo! Okay, guys. Okay.
The crossbows aren't one-hit kill, though, right?
They're
How?
not.
Okay. How can
Ugh.
I participate in
Got
deal
'em.
or steal? Once we're done with matches
Oh,
or
Lord.
close to done with matches, I will let you
I'm
know
hit.
a keyword in the chat. If you type that keyword, you'll be entered to be the person we play deal or steal for. Will the skins that are in the victory crate be tradable? I'm not 100% sure on that. I will look into
Oh,
that for you.
Taunt Fest
Taunt
got
Fest.
me. Classic Taunt Fest.
Classic Taunt Fest.
And then the
Fest.
emote. Yeah, the
Classic
shameful
Taunt
emote.
Fest.
All right, I'm out of here.
All right, let's go
Wi-Fi,
back to
did you get in?
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you got
Wi-Fi's
into
Yeah, I
in
got
the
it on the next
one.
box. Looks like
Perfect.
it has kicked off. You might be able to still make it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
gonna try.
That was-
Gonna try.
I don't know how you survived for so long. There were
Pure skill.
just
Was that Neo or was that Tesla? I think it was Neo that killed you.
That was Neo.
Yeah.
I think I got a hit in on him. I
Yes.
mean, I nailed a couple of people with those arrows.
All right, this is
No,
where we're
this
going.
is not test
We're
server.
gonna World War Z.
This is NA Live. We're playing Swagnum Opus, which is
Gonna
the
World
event
War
for this
Z
weekend.
are way up there.
All right, I'm in. I made it.
Are the skins in the victory crate only in the victory crate? Yes, they are, and you can get the victory crate
No!
in one of two ways. You can either get it by winning matches, or you can purchase them in the Skull store.
Right.
We can do it. I believe in you.
It was Tesla that killed you.
Ah,
not
okay.
Neo. Yes.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna get people up here. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get them up on that roof.
There are no skins for killing them. We will be doing a deal or steal after this, though, where you can win.
Yeah, we'll probably play one or two more of these, and
Let's
then
see.
then we'll do some
Only
deals
one's
still.
made
How
it.
do you get the H1Z1
can
symbol
do
in
this.
front of your name? So that's actually something through the Twitch crates. So if you see underneath any streamer who's playing H1Z1, you can actually purchase H1Z1 crates through their stream, and that actually supports them. They get a percentage of that as well. And if you do that, you also get a Twitch crate, which has a bunch of Twitch loot inside it. And one of the items it's possible to get out of it is that little chat emote that is the skull.
If this wasn't live, I'd be so tempted to put like 6 Swagnum bullets up on top of that roof to see if we can get people up there. I know, it's live.
Cheater.
I
CBK
understand.
Flame announcement, please. You missed all of the
You missed all the good stuff.
all the good stuff. all the big announcements were in the first half of.
Oh, no, they
Community
were asking
Outbreak.
for the Wi-Fi announcement.
That's not
Oh.
coming
Do we
until later.
wanna-
Yes.
Do
well,
we not want to do it now?
no, let's do it after.
After
these
Swagnum,
these
but
Swagnum
before-
games and
okay.
before
Deal
Deal
or
or Steal.
Okay,
Yeah.
Because the EU people were like, it's late. We want to know what it is.
Drink a Red Bull. Come on.
Aw.
Wi-Fi's worth it.
Oh,
I think there's some special
look at
guests.
This.
Oh,
Come
hi,
on
friends.
over. Okay.
Hi,
Wait,
friends.
hold on. I gotta go. Your matches aren't
They're
starting
gonna
yet,
make
right?
it.
Yeah,
They're
just,
gonna make
just go
it.
to main camera. We got some
I got
folks.
friends.
We got some folks in the
Look at these
studio with us
beautiful
today.
ladies next to me.
We're just
You
gonna,
know what?
We're gonna World War Z up the
And
thing.
look at this one back here. If you guys didn't see earlier, this one, Jason, Supersonic, is going to be. I can't. Nope.
Nice. back over
There?
yonder.
Nope. There. We'll be
I'm sitting here. We're looking at the screen, going like, "Oh, he's on. He's on that."
All right.
No.
One of you guys want to play a Swagnum Opus round?
We'll be casting the Showdown with us, along with Theo Man TV. Theo is working today, otherwise he would be here as well, but he'll be back next week.
How did I just get volunteered for this?
Well, good luck.
Hey, congratulations.
Hi. Hi.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm seeing some Henrys in the chat. There's some Henrys in the
Hey.
chat for you.
That's mine.
And Theo's watching.
Uh-oh.
I just saw Supersonic give it like the finger guns over on the side. I don't know what's happening.
Wait, do you want to do two-headed giant? Do you want to play the
Ooh.
mouse and I'll do the keyboard? Okay.
All right,
so you're
two-headed giant time.
You
So
said
wait.
two-headed giant. I thought you were talking about like Magic the Gathering
No, we're gonna
two-headed
stand.
giant.
You do the mouse and I'll do the
Wait a
keyboard.
minute.
All right, you got this. Hold on. You can kind of talk into my mic too.
Come on, everybody. We can do this.
Hi. What? Hold on 1 second.
This is gonna be interesting.
This match is going to kick off in just about a minute. We can get
Someone
another
says Greg
Swag
looks
Opus
way
in here.
better now. Aw. We think Greg's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Greg's gorgeous. Wait, is Greg gonna do two-headed with you or no?
No,
Oh.
I need
Oh,
all the help I
good
can
for
get.
you. All right, here we go. We're gonna play at least one more match of
30
Swagnum
seconds.
here. Go back to both PCs, and then we'll do some.
Let's see how this goes. Feeling confident?
We'll do some dealer steal. I'm Gold Greg. Yeah, that's the if you do exclamation point Greg in the chat. All right, there you go. Bullet Goof is there to say hi to you. Yes, and Bean as well. Yes.
Hi, Bean.
What headsets do you guys use? These are some really nice Sennheiser headsets. I don't know exactly which kind, but they're very nice. I like them a lot.
You're gonna have to tell me where you want me to look or do. I mean, what am I doing? You're shooting.
Yeah, we should.
If I could split this with you so you could hear it, I would. Wait, do you need to hear it?
No.
For shots?
You just need to tell me.
Yeah. You just need to tell her which direction to shoot in.
There's a guy right here.
There you go. Hey, Drops Kappa! Let's watch the spam there in the chat. We have not announced an ETA for Z1
Look at
quite
that landing over
yet.
here. Oh, that's me. Okay. Oh God.
Yes, exclamation point Greg.
I can't.
He's Gold Greg.
There's people
He's
behind
going
us on an
Greg.
Let
ATV.
me go ahead and grab that ATV.
This could be bad.
Wait
This
a
could be
minute.
bad. I can only hear him one ear. Yeah, you gotta look at it. where are you looking?
We're talking about an ATV, and I thought I landed right next to him
No,
for a second. That would have been
you're-
kind of amazing.
oh no. Nikolai, yes, the changes we talked about today will be coming to test relatively soon, but they won't be coming to live until after the showdown because we didn't want to change anything before that point. Did you get someone?
No. Yes, we're killing it.
All right.
Hold on.
Rewards from winning solos, or is it fives and duos as well?
Oh,
so
we're
the,
running too low. I was
the
looking at chat.
victory crate will be for all game modes.
I hear lots of stuff, and I'm not sure. I think I hear Ri-Fi's.
Yes, so that is one thing that we.
What'd you say?
Are we getting drivable tractors?
No, I said you'd get rewards for winning a game, but drivable tractors
Oh,
is
that's
way
me.
better, honestly. All right, guys, we're getting rid of rewards for winning.
You just,
P90 has requested drivable
I'm
tractors.
trying to think with
instead.
you, though.
See, and I'll click.
Oh, wait, we can't do that. We can't. Okay, I don't.
So
need
the
to find
new
people.
season will
Oh,
be
no.
what,
There's
next?
somebody shooting in here. Someone's
Oh.
shooting around here.
oh no, I hit my
Oh,
keyboard.
wait, that might be Ri-Fi.
It
Shoot.
might be because we've got dual audio. That's Wi-Fi right now.
That
There's
ENAS penalty
explosions
is going to
around
hit
us.
Swag Opus
What do we-
hard with all these crossbows now.
Oh, whoa!
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, oh.
Oh, I wanted that headshot. Just wasn't going to happen for me.
There is no Ina. Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him! Reload! Oh,
Ah.
God, I'm trying to reload. It's reloaded.
Oh,
Wait, here,
Okay, so
switch
that's
gun.
one.
Shoot him!
That's one.
Hello?
Eh.
aww.
Gotta
This is
close
so
that door.
hard.
GG, it is really hard with two. All right, here we go. We're gonna go right over to Wi-Fi.
I'm panicking. Nope.
So the
Doesn't
gold
matter.
AR is actually
Doesn't matter, we're fine.
the gold AR is different this year than it was last year. So while the gold sheen is similar on it, it actually is different in that each of the regional gold ARs has a little decal on it. And the decal says
Okay, I did pick
PS7
up
at the
a med
bottom,
kit.
and at the top it has the name of the region where the person won. So they are unique to the preseason and the region for this showdown. So they got a little tag on them. They're cool.
Hi, everyone. I did not know I was coming to Daybreak until yesterday.
Which is really funny because I knew you were coming to Daybreak last week. They're like, oh, yeah, they're coming to office and they're bringing her with them.
Yeah, I flew to Vegas to see my friends, and they're like, oh, and we're leaving at 7:30 in the morning. So we drove all the way out
5
here.
hours.
Yeah. It's good to see you guys. How's it going?
Good.
You guys
I
excited
see.
about the showdown? No, I'm not casting, so you're welcome.
Are you still going to come hang out?
I
I mean, how often do you want to come here?
mean, I'm gonna move, so.
Oh, okay, perfect. So all the time then.
Yes.
So the AK is tradable, but the AR is not. The golden AK will be tradable. The golden AR is not.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead see if I can find
Is
a
that
fight over
P90?
by.
Yes, it is P90. This is the lovely P90 princess who is joining us this afternoon,
Hello.
along with several other people.
It's actually Veronica Corningstone,
Veronica
because I am
Corningstone.
in San Diego.
Are you reading the
Indeed.
bug fixes at the end of
San
the
Diego.
stream? Yes, Greg does have plans to go through.
Oh, is
It
that
is
this giant list?
Actually, yeah, we can go through
Is
that
that
right
this
now.
whole thing?
It's
Oh
it's
my
Oh, no,
a
hold on.
absolute massive list. You might
Is the
just
shotgun on there?
Want to touch a couple things on it?
Just this, right?
Alright.
Yeah.
Should I read them in the lull? Do you want me to read them now?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Do you want to help me read them? You want to alternate?
Is the shotgun on there?
We
Hi,
talked
Meg.
about that on QA. I don't know if that's on the
I'm just
list of bug
kidding.
fixes.
No, I know. I'm just
We
looking
can
to
all
see
be
if they're
hopeful,
already
right?
to cover it. All right. Here we go. We'll alternate, I guess. So here we go.
You
Here
got it.
are the planned bug fixes that are part of this update that we talked about earlier. Fix numerous areas with inappropriate loot distribution, such as the supermarket in Pleasant Valley.
Missed shots will no longer occasionally register as hits with blood spurts, despite it actually being a miss and the player taking no damage.
There you go. Tree quality and flora quality settings now correctly set the quality level in-game and persist when restarting the game client. So there's that note about tree quality for you guys. I know
Wow.
some of you were mentioning that earlier.
Trees. Where are we? Oh,
Uh,
okay. Other players no longer occasionally appear on the wrong side of a tree when playing on low settings. Wowee!
There you go. Breaking a helmet with an AR.
Excellent shot. All right.
All right. Here. We're going to continue to read them.
Yes, please do.
We'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking a helmet with an AR or M9 now always causes bleeding, even if the target is wearing laminated armor.
That's nice. Recoil no longer resets below its expected position after firing while aiming high while prone.
First-person camera angle now resets properly after releasing the free look key while running.
Vehicles take more consistent damage over time when flipped, regardless of whether they are flipped onto the hood or the roof.
Adjusted player animations when using a crossbow to keep the elbows more tucked in, similar to other weapons. The chicken wing.
I'm thinking about that one. Players can no longer shoot through ceilings that can be reached by jumping and shooting.
The size of thrown weapons, grenades, etc. is no longer larger than intended. And that just refers to the actual physical item itself, I believe.
They're going through the bug fixes.
We're
Greg.
reading bug fixes.
They're just.
What?
Do you want to jump into a match while they do this?
Yeah, sure.
We died it real quick. All right. It's yeah. All right, let's go.
There we go. Okay, where are we at?
Okay, I'm jumping into
The
a
weapon
There you go.
quick
size?
solos match here.
There you go. There's that one.
The map now scales properly when switching screen resolutions.
There you go. Speedometer needle no longer overturns when driving at high speeds downhill.
Is that funny?
I guess you would only notice in first person.
Yes, I'm very upset about that.
Oh, not
the
in-game.
speedometer.
Yeah.
POI icons no longer overlap text in the compass.
Certain skins no longer prevent kills from counting towards Hellfire SMG challenges. That's a very specific one.
End screens now always show completed challenges.
Added a prompt warning the user when they are scrapping an ultra-rare vehicle skin.
Yes. Rapidly scrapping skins no longer bypasses the confirmation when scrapping the last skin.
All right, so that was the list at the end of this.
All right, there we go.
All right.
So, since this match has not kicked off just yet, do we want to switch over to Deal or Steal? Well,
Greg, you want to come get Deal or Steal set up?
Yeah.
because I can
Thank you for
almost
coming and
guarantee
joining
you.
us.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, it was nice seeing you guys.
Yes.
I can almost guarantee you that this match is going to go on for about 2 minutes before I get absolutely
That's
decimated.
totally fair.
So we got just enough time to kick off that nice Deal or Steal.
Hello, everybody.
All right.
It's Greg Henniger.
Oh my God, it's Greg.
a downgrade. I know. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh.
Whoa.
Womp womp.
All right, let's get Dealer Steal
Oh yeah,
going.
right. We're doing Wi-Fi's announcement before Dealer Steal, but I need to come up with a keyword first.
Well,
Yeah,
this
that's
match
right.
hasn't kicked off yet.
What? Hi, Super.
Oh, you want to be here for the announcement? Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
So I'm
into
just
my
gonna die here real
Wi-Fi.
quick, and then I'm gonna go with this announcement. This is not. I haven't prepared anything, so we'll just kind of see how it goes.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's
All right. The keyword, meanwhile, in the chat is going to be Swagnum. After the game mode we're playing right now, go ahead and type Swagnum in the chat if you want us to play Deal or Steal on your behalf, and one person will get picked as a lucky winner. Do not type it more than once, lest you be disqualified. Oh, that's the Deal or Steal music.
It kicked off right when I hit the load screen too. That was perfect.
That Dealer Steal.
That Deal or Steal life.
I'm gonna make this a good one, Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
just for you.
Uppercase or lowercase, it doesn't matter. You can type it in whatever format you would so desire.
All right, Wi-Fi, you got this.
Right.
Sorry, I was making a face at Super taking a picture off to one side.
See what we
A
got here.
candid photo.
All right.
Candid
Said we were gonna
Super
die quick.
candid.
Go.
Wait, are you in a Swagnum match?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I was gonna say
I
why.
thought you were in a Swagnum
I was
match.
not in the
It's
swag
daytime.
match.
Okay.
The last match we had was a swag match.
You got this. We're gonna drop a 30 bomb right now.
A third. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah,
Nope.
buddy.
All right.
Nope. Okay, here we go.
All right, let's
we can
go.
back.
Let's-
We'll go back to the camera while Greg gets Deal or Steal set up, and people are still
Okay, so people are guessing Swagnum.
typing
So
Swagnum in the chat.
I'm not
Can
gonna
we
be-
mute this before Wi-Fi gives his announcement? Is that-
No, but I can just close
Hold
it.
on. No.
I can just close it.
No, I think I'm actually able to do it. Nope, I'm not.
I can just close it, bring it back up.
All right.
my heart's beating a whole bunch out there.
Aw.
Can't hide
That's
behind the.
that's adorable, Wi-Fi. But yeah, Wi-Fi,
ahead.
take it away.
All right, here we go.
Wait, hold
so-
on. I'm gonna roll. Sorry.
Christ.
I'm gonna roll the winner so that there's no more swagnums in the chat while you make your announcement.
That was the ultimate
Good to you.
interruption. My God.
All right, here we go. We're picking the winner. And all right, Lil Orton. We'll get back to you in a second.
Little Orton.
Lil Orton.
All right, Chad. Enough with the
Swagnum.
swagnums.
Enough
Let
swagnums.
Wi-Fi have his
Let
moment.
Wi-Fi has his moment.
My
Damn
moments.
it.
Okay, so we've been doing community. See, I'm already.
It's all right. It's all right. Your pregnancy will be fine.
So we have been doing community outbreak for what, just about 2 years now, something like that. It's
Yeah.
been,
For
it's
you
been
guys,
going on
anyways.
for
Yeah.
for us anyways.
Us old
It's
folks.
started off on kind of this weird little side room off to the side, and it's been incredible. It's been a ton of fun being a part of this community and being able to be, with everybody out at different events, everything like that. So that being said, I'm taking another step towards going to that esports side. So the actual announcement is I will no longer be at Daybreak starting next week. I'll be moving over to Twin Galaxies as the Associate Esports Manager. I will actually be working with Miranda Charsky. Some of you know she worked at Daybreak for some time, then
Yep.
moved over to Twin Galaxies. So I will be doing, actually one of my first things I'll be doing over there is spectate director for the H1 Pro League.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a lot of stuff going on in a very short amount of time. So it's been an amazing ride. I've loved every minute working at SOE to Daybreak to all of this to working with you guys, and all the Bible thumps are getting me.
Yeah, the chat's,
And,
chat's going crazy.
Yeah. So let's switch over to Deal or Steal before those Bible thumps get me, man.
All right, this is a very bittersweet moment. We love
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
I certainly can't say enough good stuff about you, Wi-Fi. You have been
Ba-bomb!
a stellar co-host, an amazing friend, and we've had a lot of really good times going to shows and stuff like that together. And I wish you the absolute best. But what's great is you're still, part of the
Oh,
H1
yeah,
family.
absolutely.
You are going to be around. I'm going to see you a lot at those events.
You better.
Yeah, yeah. I will be there. But yeah, congratulations, Wi-Fi. You know, we all here wish you a ton of luck. And we're going to be there with you along the way. But we are going to miss you tremendously here on Community Outbreak. We know you're going to come back and co-host Community Outbreak every once in a while when you're in town or when you're around. So this is not the end of Ryan Findell, the famous Mohawk. Yeah, so that's the announcement. And that being said, this one's all on you, Wi-Fi. This deal or steal. The last deal or steal for Wi-Fi for now.
Maybe second or last. Are we just doing one? Is this what we're doing?
Yeah, we're gonna do this one, and then we got some work to do. So.
Lil Orton, who was the one we picked, says, "I'll miss you, Ryan."
So long, Ryan.
Who is replacing Ryan? No one can ever replace Wi-Fi.
Yeah. There's an open casting call going out right now. We've got people around the world with incredible Mohawks sending in videos doing their best Wi-Fi impersonation, but no one will replace Wi-Fi. We might have more devs and some other interesting people on the show, but
3 minutes after the cast, I'm getting replaced.
Yeah. Actually, we're replacing Wi-Fi with
phew, God, he's gone. Get the next guy.
Crafty Joseph, we get down here, we get out of the building.
I will say this. I will be spectating for the Showdown, so I will be going all the way up until the final day of the Showdown. I'll still be with everybody and doing what I can.
Yeah, so he'll be around. We'll save the tears for later, but now it's time for Deal or Steal. Wi-Fi, are you happy with this board?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
I think it's a pretty solid board.
Oh, it's a solid board. However, let me say this. The last time that we played Deal or Steal and I was starting, my first crate.
The very first one you picked.
Very first crate destroyed the red.
So let's hope we don't get a repeat of that scenario, but this should be a pretty interesting board. Okay, Lil Orton, which crate would you like to choose for Deal or Steal? We've got the Asus military backpack in there.
Toxic body armor, rainbow unicorn mask.
Lil Orton is asking
AR.
how the game works. So the way it's going to work right now is Lil Orton, you are going to type the number of the crate you want us to pick for you in the chat. We will save that crate till the very end. Then Wi-Fi is going to pick crates to eliminate. Everything that's inside those crates, you don't get. We're getting rid of them.
I have to point this out.
5.
Glitter explosion
He
is
wants
here.
5?
He wants 5.
And we have the rainbow unicorn mask. P90 is here. And we have the P90 Princess Makeshift.
Oh, that's ironic.
There you go.
Oh, wow. All right, Wi-Fi, you have to get rid of 8 crates.
17.
17. Here we go. Crate number 17. Okay, off to a good start.
Okay, we're already doing better than the last time, right?
How many luchador masks are on there this time?
Last time there was a zillion.
Okay, there's only the one this time.
11.
11. Crate number 11. Here we go. All right, Wi-Fi, another common. Sitting pretty
9.
already. 9?
9.
9. All right, crate number 9. Another common OPSC T-shirt.
Lil Orton saying, Ryan, you better get me something
2.
good.
2. Here it comes. Wi-Fi. On a common roll here. We got 4 more to go though.
19.
19. Boop. Okay, we're branching out into the rares, but we're still in a good spot.
Let's go 10.
Crate number 10.
Lil Orton, what skin are you hoping for?
CDN Conveys.
Which of the which
16.
Which do you have your eye on?
I'm just going, man.
So
I'm just
amped.
going.
He's like, I want to be done.
I want to get something good.
Okay.
I feel like I have so much.
Last time. Yep. Last time's a charm.
All right, here we go. 1 more, and then it's time to deal or steal.
22.
22. Crate number 22.
Who wants the rogue backpack?
Ooh, okay. The first major hit.
It's okay. He wants the backpack. He's going for the military backpack. So.
Of course
that's all
he
you
wants
gotta
the
get
backpack.
Of course he wants the backpack.
Obviously.
All right. So again, Lil Orton, we have P90 Princess Makeshift Armor. You can either take this or hold on to the crate you chose at the beginning. To deal would be to take this and your game is over, and this is your item you get. To steal would be to keep going. So Deal or steal?
I think he picked steal.
You think he picks
I
steal?
think he's going to keep on going.
All right.
Doesn't want it, wants to keep going for that military backpack.
I just want you to be totally clear in the chat whether you want to deal or steal.
Because of last week.
Because
he's saying I don't want it.
Yes.
So he's straying
Keep
away
going.
from using either deal or steal. He's like,
That's
I don't know what they mean. I just don't want
Steal.
that thing right now.
He said steal. We're good.
All right.
We stole.
I want that red and black fingerless gloves. That's the next thing on that list. I'm gonna go.
You're trying to pull a me?
I'm trying. I'm gonna go 15.
15. Crate number 15.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Up in here. Oh, it was the P90 makeshift armor.
Well,
Dang it.
That's kind of funny. All right. 5. Right when I said 5, you said 4. All right. Crate number 4.
crate number 4.
I don't know.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Pink Skull
Okay,
Survivor
all right.
backpack. Nice.
24 always ends up just being something really, really good. But I figure I've hit that every single time and ended up destroying it so far with 24. So
Okay.
I think this time isn't going to be 24.
All right.
So I'm choosing 24.
You're choosing.
I'm choosing
the
24.
long preamble up to why he chose number 24. Here we go. Crate number 24.
Cool.
All right.
I'm upset at everything right now.
That's fine.
3 to go.
It's backpack or bust. That's all it is.
Dang it.
Backpack or
Get
bust.
backpack or bust in
We've
the
got
chat.
toxic body
for
armor.
Lil Orton.
All
Yeah,
right,
toxic
6.
body armor's out there too. 6. Here we go. Crate number 6. Okay. Uncommon.
Okay.
Uncommon.
Okay, all right.
Dos Mas.
Has anyone watched
3.
enough Deal or Steal to like detect
Oh,
a
no,
pattern
13.
or something?
13.
Is there someone out there doing napkin math?
13?
13.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
There we go.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Uno
all right.
mas. Uno mas.
All right. Let's do number 1.
No intense math behind the choice of crate number 1? Here we go. Crate number 1.
Eliminate 1.
All right.
Okay.
Another uncommon.
All right.
Nice. Here we go. It is time to deal or steal the Red Bone full helmet.
All right, Lil Orton, let us know. We think we know what you would pick, but if you're quick in the chat, and let us know as well.
Yes. Would you like to keep the Red Bone full helmet and deal, or would you like to steal and continue the game and hold on to that crate number 5 that you originally chose?
Swag Turtle, there isn't no way to play this game outside of
Steal.
right here
Steal.
on Community Outbreak.
Steal, yes, this is the
And
only place you can
steal.
play Deal or Steal.
We did do a live deal or steal at TwitchCon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This next one isn't feeling too good.
You got to get rid of 4.
I know.
Backpack or bust?
I know.
I know,
21.
Greg, shut up.
21.
21.
21.
All right. This is crate number 21.
Like leaning in my seat. I'm afraid of
pineapple
this one
jacket.
opening.
Wow.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wow. All right. That's 3 to go.
3.
Crate number 3.
8.
Wait.
What?
Do you want
Just-
3 or 8?
Just go with 8. Just go with 8.
Oh,
You're
no.
freaking me out.
I'm freaking out too.
All right. Here we go. Crate 8. Ooh, okay. Pineapple
I
jacket.
was 1 off on the pineapple jacket.
Okay.
And
Doing all right.
2 to go.
14.
14.
Dude, I'm just.
Hold your breath. Ooh, the last of the ultra
Come
rares.
on, it's in 5. You know what? I'm fine. It doesn't matter what I pick. That Asus Rock backpack.
At the end of the day, he
it's
already
in 5.
had it on lockdown.
It's in 5. He's got it. He's got it. Doesn't matter. I
All
can
right.
choose 23 right now. It'll be totally fine.
23?
Yeah.
You got no problems with 23.
No problems with 23.
23 is going to be
perfect.
no issue.
No issue.
Ooh, someone's asking if there's going to be
All right.
Deal or Steal at the Showdown. I'm not 100% sure, but if there is time
We're talking about
between
it.
matches, I
Yep.
think we would like to throw some in.
All right. It is time to deal or steal
Oh, that's a winner right
the
there.
America half-top
America.
shirt.
I'm going to assume that Lil Orton is not from America, but last week we had someone from Australia who wanted the patriotic off-roader.
That is
so,
true. That is true.
yes.
So we won't put it past him. We're going to leave it in your hands
You know,
to deal and or to steal this America half-top shirt.
I think he just said Steal. He said Steal.
He said steal. Here we go.
We're gonna keep
Clicking
going.
on steal. Wi-Fi, you have to get rid of 3
Oh, my heart.
crates. 3 crates. Let's see what's left on the board. We got 1 common, the fingerless gloves. We got 2
The ones
uncommons,
we have right there.
hockey mask and fiery rage trunks and knee pads. No, 3 uncommons. Tack helmet.
Yeah.
The 1 rare left, and of course, God's military backpack.
Someone says don't open 20.
20.
He says authoritatively to spite you in chat.
Yeah.
All right, there it
There you go.
is. Here we go.
Thanks, buddy.
2 to go. You took all the decision making for Wi-Fi in that moment.
12. Oh, no.
Do you want 12?
I got a bad feeling about it, but I'm saying 12.
You said 12, and then you got like the spider sense heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, it's.
You want to stick with 12?
Yeah.
Going once.
Just
Going twice.
Just.
Crate number 12. Ooh.
It was
all
a
right.
rare.
It was a rare.
Okay, so
The last of the rares.
Mm-hmm.
So all we have left is uncommons. So 2 uncommons, 1 common, and
That one.
that backpack. Dat backpack though.
that backpack's in 5. I don't know why I'm worried about it so much. I'm sure.
Doba-do.
You
In
chose
case you
it.
missed earlier in the stream, we talked about a bunch of stuff in the upcoming update. This is us just closing out the stream with some dealer steel.
Mhm.
Lil Orton, for sure. He's a legend. Number 5, perfect. Aces Rock military backpack. I'm sitting here sweating up a storm, even though he's got it.
He's got it already.
Yeah, he's got it already. 7. 3.
Don't do this to me, Wi-Fi.
You know,
Which crate do you want? 7 or 3?
I'll eliminate 7 this time and 3 the next time. That's how this is gonna go.
Well, you just got to get rid of 1.
I'm just go with 7.
7. 7 it is. Crate number 7.
Oh, no! No!
No! Oh, the military backpack. Wi-Fi. Oh, well, there goes the Asus ROG military
Let's
backpack.
get some F's in the chat for Little Orton.
Poor
Pay our
Little Orton.
respects.
He could have the PV Fire Department T-shirt. That's available to you, Little Orton.
Dude, I really wanted to go out on that high note. I'm just.
Oh, no.
All right, Little Orton, you want to keep going? See what's in that crate number 5?
So your choices, we're down to the red and black fingerless gloves, which I love. We have them here. The Fire Rage trunks and knee pads, or this shirt.
or this one.
Or this one. Deal then. Wait, so you don't want to go for
You don't want to see what's in your crate?
yeah, or the tactical
Maybe he
helmet.
likes this shirt. I don't know. PV Fire Department. This is like an OG shirt right here.
I don't know.
I can't see
Let's
past his no.
Yes, that's it. Just no.
All right. We want you to confirm if you want the deal.
Yes.
Because you said deals. Deal then, very flippantly.
Yeah.
But we want to give that back to you one more time.
You will always remember this as the PV Fire Department T-shirt that you won from Deal or Steal, though. So it'll be special in that way. Is it random?
It's going to be one
So-
of these things that are left.
The deal is random.
Yes.
But the ones that are left on the board are not random. They are preset.
Right. So you will either get the red and black fingerless gloves, the Fiery Rage trunks and knee pads, or the Tech Tactical helmet.
Yep.
This PV Fire Department shirt is not on the board.
Yep.
The pressure. The
Come on.
pressure.
Come on, Little Orton.
You trusted me and I failed you.
If not, we're going to keep going. People are saying deal, it's the best left. That's what they say.
All right.
But
he did say
He
deal
didn't-
then.
Oh, he
Deal.
says deal.
There it is.
Deal.
All right, deal.
Little Orton. You are now the proud owner of a PV Fire Department T-shirt. So congratulations.
Perfect.
You have won. You have taken the deal. And let's see what was in your crate. God, that's dramatic.
Oh,
The red and black
I love
fingerless
those.
gloves. All right, you want to take us
Alright.
back to the main
I
screen there,
got it.
Sarah?
Yep.
Okay, everybody, that was an epic community outbreak, full of ups and downs, tears and laughter. For those of you who may have missed the announcement, Wi-Fi, you want to close us out here for what is potentially your last community outbreak for a while?
Wow, that's just it's super easy thing. Just
I know.
I don't know how to close this one out.
It's a tearjerker. We're right there with
absolutely.
you. We're not thrilled
So
about
Greg
it.
gave you a really sweet speech. I'm not good at words, but I'm really good at hugs. Can I have a hug?
Yes.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you guys a lot.
Oh,
Miss
my
you too,
head's-
Wi-Fi.
Oh, the Bible thumps are starting. There's no way I'm going to be able to close out. I'm just
No, I'm all flustered.
I'm just not going to close out. We're just going to start into another game of solos, and we're just going to run this thing for next 3 days.
Wi-Fi is going to play solos into the sunset.
That's
That's
how
the
we're going to do
saddest
this thing.
euphemism I've ever heard.
Even after Valentine's Day. Sorry, Wi-Fi.
All right, guys, once again, it has been an incredible experience to be a part of Daybreak, to be a part of H1Z1 from the absolute start all the way up till now. So, and, you know, continuing to be a part of the H1Z1 community going forward.
Mm-hmm.
I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of all this and, you know, playing some games with us here in chat. Always a good time. And that's all I've got. Thank you, guys. Bye, everybody.